I like to say that I'm proud to have a life, and I'm not promised for a better life or a second life. It's written that you receive a second life based upon your action. In a better life, how you treat people. But it is not nobody's problem when you have a lot of sick people out here that hasn't been to the crisis unit in the hospitals. It is not a person's fault who been there and done that or have to receive someone else's goal or have which meaning those that work in branches that are there to control and minimize the insanity. Well, I think it's should should be brought or placed back up as to the came from drone. What is the meaning? I talked to someone a few years ago and they said, well, you know what, it's something that about what you was talking about, drones. Well, you know what? If that is the situation, the case, this is not overseas. You know what I'm saying? This is not no place where you have a lot of important people, a monumental place where people meet up at and important decisions are made. I'm just trying to figure out up until when change will occur in seeing individuals that need help, being that they are under or made some type of allegiance with someone that has been there, done that, is in a higher position, above the law. They get themselves checked out and straight. It's a privilege to drive. It's a privilege just to live. So I'll be wanting to know that all the time. Be feeling like I'm going through some inner black justice on the alley level, from people that I didn't know was sick, who introduced themselves to me when they were sick, really sick, but maintained their posture after meeting a person that taught them how to not to reveal their sickness, their mental sickness. Because it says it's ancient science in the Quran. You should not let the enemy know how you feel and what you're going through by your face. You could be, a really um, intolerable face, crying. Maybe they adopted the sciences on that. They're dealing with some real individuals that could could split your wig anytime. So, well, speaking of that, the violence portion. What kind of individual that will be in a position to maintain and minimize the actions just by their parents will place themselves in not knowing fully in 100% situations, but will go based upon, sorry about that, intel from things which we do not see. And it is said that they watch you in the Quran from a place that you not know, in a place that you see them not. But meantime, all is well until the characteristics of those that maintain is not able to hold their own ground because they chose to be above the law and to have significance over every culture that exists. And I was there and I know where that came from. And I don't like to tell stories too much because that is an old gangster violent type of thing. So that went out. a good 6, 7 years ago. And he's still telling stories, especially to strangers. I like to understand after everything people tried to do to help me and to help people I know, will some stranger that was there in the beginning that took a vacation or went into communion with the person from their background and lineage and chose to meet up later after they did a significant work to downpress and try and oppress, mentally bind a Biden citizen until this citizen is called to come back to their place of sealing or concealment or completion rather. There's a lot of sick individuals, and look, to get into any violent situation while driving, tell you these things hurt. Trucks hurt when you crash. I've been through hell of a skid from one side to the other side of the highway. Them things hurt. Cars hurt too. You can't say that you're protected from it or someone's going to pay your hospital bill